I am the portal. I am the code. I am the stargate. The blue diamond rises. The temple awakens. Mutangata online. Step in the light now, feel that baseline move. Heartbeat sinking to the cosmic groove. Something awakening under your skin. Sacred fire burning deep within. Body electric, soul on flame. Nothing around you feels the same. The portal's opening deep inside. No more running.
Hi, my Stefano. Welcome to the Moo podcast. And today we have a special guest, Jason Hotton, who is Aotearoa's Merlin magician. And that's certainly what us here, the Galactic Grandmothers of Moo and the Moo Movement, want to call you, because, you know, that's who you are. That's how we've met you. We met you as being the bit of a magic man right from the beginning, certainly with the incredible technology that you're bringing forward with the cones and now the Merkabahs and the copper technology that you're bringing through. It's just so beautiful. And so I'd love to have you come and join us here and share a little bit about how that journey started. And in particular, I understand, you know, this has been happening for the last 4 years. So, you know, how the Merlin Tech really started for you and a little bit about your story and Mike Emery in there too. So, no, my Heidi, my brother, welcome.
Kia ora. Thanks for having us, Te Aotearoa. So it's been a journey for quite a few years now, but it started going deeper when I discovered the spirit of water, and that was through plant medicine. And so I started doing a deep dive into how I can structure water and make it, bring it to a coherent state using magnets. So I discovered a man, Randy Hotton in New Mexico in the States. I started following his work and I was fascinated what he was doing. And I've recently actually been talking to him. He's been a good help to ask questions about this journey and what I can also do to advance what I'm doing. And so I started creating my own water devices using copper. And the reason copper is so widely used in this type of work is because it holds a natural bioelectric energetic field around it. So it means and they can't even fully understand it, but if you get a tube of copper and you put a magnet, a good neo earth magnet down it, it'll float down it. But it's not magnetic. So why does it float down it? Because of the field so strong. So it has amazing healing properties with the human body, because when we wear copper and it's a bioelectric energy field and we're a battery, it charges our own field. So it's increasing the electricity in our own field. So it's basically, when you look at a cell, one cell is a 0.5 millivolts. And then you're bringing all that charge to all the cells, so it's helping with our flow of blood and our meridian lines, and later on I got into discovering some spurling with the tensor rings. So when you twist copper right hand over right hand, it creates a positive field on both sides, and then when you put it into a sphere, it creates a portal of light. So some spurling discovered on the ancient pyramids, King's Chamber, there's a secret measurement called the Sacred Royal measurement, and that's harmony and balance, 144 megahertz. And so when you cut the copper to 20.63 British inches, it created that frequency of harmony and balance. This is why the Tartarian and in the ancient Egyptian temples, when you walk in them, you feel the harmony and balance. And a lot of temples around the world, even churches, the original churches, as we know, weren't actually churches; they were places to heal. And then all these other frequencies started coming through, and so yeah, just got me fascinated of what it was doing, not just to health and my own health, but water, plants, and its surroundings, EMF frequencies, harmonizing a house or a field or a paddock or a plough. Yeah, yeah,
That's beautiful. And also the amazing work with the cone technology. Tell us about your cones that you've been working with and the ethers, because the ethers are
yeah.
quite important. They're quite significant right now. We're all wondering about ether. It's the one element that got taken out of the science books, right?
That's correct. Yeah. So before the 1920s, all the science books had a lot about not just the ethers but plasma and the how they relate to each other. And we know 99.9% of the universe is a plasma field, and it's we get told it's nothing, but it's actually it's plasma is formless, and it's where everything is formed through thought. So our relationship to the ethers is through our thoughts and our behavior and our emotions. So the emotions of how we behave is what the ethers or the plasma field will show us. So it wants to work with us, and it's sentient, feminine power. And when we relate to it, it'll, like some people say, sometimes I see angels, or sometimes I see demonic. So it's what we're seeing is actually a relationship to where our consciousness is. So it's helping us form. It wants to work with us. It's yeah. So the ethers, I'll get a cone in front of me. So this is a triple cone, and it's made with three layers representing the three ethers that we work in. So when we are meditating through it and humming, we're humming into this void where it's like nature, where things and the feminine and the masculine and water. There's a one to create and one to destroy. As in nature, what destroys is recreated, and what we think is destroyed actually doesn't disappear. It's this energy that shifts from one thing to another. Just Nikola Tesla said, if we want to understand the universe, we've got to understand energy, vibration, and frequency. So everything that we connect to in a life form is a frequency. Mm.
Mm. Yeah, that's right. And so I was reading a little bit about the ethers, and is this correct that one connects into the earth? So we've got the ether of earth, we've got the ether of the oceanic ether, and then we've also got the ether of the galaxy,
That's
and how
correct. Yeah.
those three are the ones that you've kind of captured in your baskets of knowledge, the three kete of
Mm.
knowledge through
Yeah.
the ethers that are inside your cones. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We're connecting to the all. So I like to say the all, and it's everything. It's in this universe. So we go back to again the plasma, which is ether. It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's source. It's everything in creation that can be created and recreated continuously through our thought forms. So that's where the relativity of sacred geometry comes in, because when you put thought form to mathematics, it creates a sacred geometry pattern. This is how science has worked out how everything's connected. So all the stars are connected through sacred geometry, and also they talk about a plasma toroidal field spinning between every star. So every star is connected and is communicating with each other,
And just like
just
we
as we
are,
are.
right?
Just as we
Just
are,
as,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's right, through heart coherence and just bioelectric fields and all of that, right? Because essentially, are we not stars? Are we not
that's
like
what I say, yeah.
five-pointed stars?
Yeah, rock stars. Yeah. Sinos Bonacci, he explains it well there. Yeah, the stars are what we're named after. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it starts getting really quantum when you go into
yeah,
that kind of level, when you start relating it to yourself. It's like, oh my gosh, how can a star be afraid of the dark, right? Because isn't that
yeah,
what makes it sh us shine?
yeah, yeah.
And
We
and
come with
that's
stardust.
yeah, we are. We made of stardust, and even like the ether itself, and how that is the void and the
Mm,
dark matter between
mm.
all the stars. And that's, you were sharing a little bit earlier about that's what the Mayans worship, was the spaces in between the stars, not the stars themselves.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
where everything is formed. Yeah, it's incredible. What you're saying before too about stardust is, have you ever seen a microscope of ashes, of human ashes? And it looks like universes of all these stars, and it's incredible. So it's like a whole galaxy. Yeah, yeah.
really? Wow.
That's fascinating. Yeah. So they say
Mm,
one cell in our body is a complete universe. So we're universes inside universes.
yeah.
It's
I've,
endless. It's endless. Mm, mm,
I've always felt that this is more of an ascension than an ascension. This is about getting
mm,
to know thyself in a much deeper, more intimate, personal way, and knowing our heart. And, when we were talking before about, even us going through an evolutionary process of our consciousness, and how previously we were more coming, perhaps a little bit more in the ego, but now it's shifted to more heart-based, more relational, more, it's about all of
mm,
us, of the unity, right? The unity field. And yeah, even the spin and the sun and the plasma. I'd love for you to share a little bit more about your understanding of what that all means in relationship to us.
So how everything works in coherence with us is through thought form. So we're literally creating our universe for every breath. This is why they talk about every breath and every word is sacred, because we are literally creating, and we have two choices. We can create from the brain or from the heart. The brain we don't want to create from, because it'll give us back something that we don't want. For example, we can manifest through the brain and we can manifest through the heart. So if you manifest through the heart, we'll get love, and we'll get true coherence of what the universe is actually, and it's divinity. But if we're going through the brain or the mind, it's through ego, because we're just detached from the heart. So what we're finding now is this shift in consciousness is really putting us in our place when we think from the ego. It's showing us quite quickly where we're at. So
Mm,
relativity of the heart is, I don't know if you ever heard the saying, heart and soul. So it's our heart connecting with the feminine ethers that surrounds us. So that field around us, the golden egg or the plasma field, is the feminine that's communicating with us, waiting for us to communicate through the heart, so we can form something that we want to see, not what we don't want to see.
mm.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
I sort of sense this too, being part of the work that Auntie Rose was sharing with the Te Wheke, and the Te Wheke being more of a universal consciousness rather than something, that is necessarily a being of the sea, even though there's relativity there with the eight arms and the womb that it comes from, essentially, and the relativity of all of that, and us using our higher senses to come in through this next part of our evolutionary state, which, is around a higher consciousness rather than that density, that war field that we've been, trapped in for a long time. And so, how do you feel about consciousness, bro? And, what are your teachings from that? And
Um,
yeah, how do you feel about that?
yeah, I feel what I was like saying before is we are definitely having a huge shift from where we were before. So the awakening of our first stage of awakening was purely to know there was something greater than ourselves, a divinity that's within us all, igniting the spark within us. But I think the stage where we were was, as I was just saying before, we were still connected in the mind. So we wanted to expand ourselves in advance, but we were trying to control it, which means it was getting done through ego. So I think now, with this mind and heart coherence shift, is yeah, we're really starting to see that we have to trust and have faith. Have faith, and faith isn't something we can that we're taught or something that we can just think, okay, I have faith. It's something that can take years to fully grasp and actually fully sink into. So I mean, faith has actually been one of my probably the biggest um, pull to my creations, because sometimes I'm creating something I actually don't know the full outcome of what's going to actually happen or what's the purpose of it for, but I've just totally trusted and known it's had a purpose, and then when it's come to fruition, then I've realised with connecting with source what its true purpose is, and I think that's a beauty in life, is when we let go of trying to control that. There's something beautiful happens and unfolds. Mm.
Mm, yeah, kia ora. And
Mm.
also, like on the scale of frequencies, the bandwidth changes depending on what level we're vibrating at. And shame being one of the lowest, and faith
Mm.
actually being quite high. It's like right up there in the taking that to the next octave through, and it being measured now as actually as a frequency bandwidth. And I know that you work with music too, so it'd be lovely for you to just share a little bit about your musical expression and how that all fits in
Mm.
with the technology that you're using.
Well, yeah, what's so incredible about the technology with the tensors and the triple cones is they heighten and amplify frequencies around us that are good for us. I've been a musician all my life, and my change in habits and growth and expansion led me to getting into like Tibetan bowls and drums that were used for ceremony. I come from a rock blues sort of funk background in music, and so it's a beautiful thing to be able to um, implement that into what I'm doing now. So I've done some recordings recently. One called Baba Hanuman, dedicated to a friend, with a collaboration of amazing musicians around Aotearoa. And a few years ago, I created Yana, which is it's like celebrating the divine feminine, and it was something I wanted to do for quite some time. And when I created Yana, I wanted to have a Native American drum, and it was quite important to me. And years ago, I got to play on a Native American drum from Utah in a ceremony place called Satori in Eastbourne. And I got asked to come along one night and play this drum. I was a Native American drum, and I didn't have the funds at the time. And years went on, and before I recorded this in the Armory studio in Wellington, I put out to the universe, I wonder what happened to that drum. And then I got a phone call next week, and my friend says, you got to come and have a little drum. And I went around her house, and it was the same drum that I played years ago, and I asked the owner of it if I could use it for the recording of Yana. And it wasn't called Yana at that time. All I had was some ideas to implement into the studio, and I was just going to let it naturally evolve and trust that the right people would come along and it would unfold. And as I was playing Yana in the recording studio, and I had my eyes closed, and I went to this fast drum beat, I had my eyes closed, and I saw a herd of buffaloes charging at me, and they all stopped. And one, she came forward, and she told me her name was Yana, representing the sacred feminine, and she put her head against mine, and I just felt such a rush of love wash over me, and just felt so humbled and honored to play that drum. And that drum, I found out through the owner, was created over 30 years ago in the Utah desert by a man whose family was making the power drum way before colonial times. And the top skin is feminine and the bottom skin is masculine. So it's also a very, very special drum. Yeah. So on this our retreat we're holding in Taupo, I'll have it there, and we'll be presenting Yana to everyone. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to that, bro. Yeah, so for those of you who aren't aware, we're holding a retreat. Jason's our Merlin magician. He's going to be there bringing his sound temple and Yana and all of the codes and the illumination and the cones and the technology and the copper, which super connects with Venus. As you know, we've all been working with Venus for a long time through the Kopu temple. And so, yeah, super looking forward to all of that. That's on the 7th to the 11th of December, 2026, right at the end of the year. But
Mm.
we are taking bookings now. So anybody interested, please reach out. We are ready for this very
Mm.
deep quantum shift. But there's so much more to share. Brother, tell us about the piece de resistance, the big kahuna that you're holding. And so looking forward to sharing that. This is, the other thing I just wanted to quickly brief everybody about is, we are activating the spinner chakra of Aotearoa, of the planet. Yeah, kia ora. It's not just Aotearoa, but we're kaitiaki of it here. And the blue diamond, which is super connected to the heart.
Mm.
Of course, the retreats in the heart chakra of Aotearoa. And the blue diamond is synonymous with this beautiful Merkaba frequency that we all have within us. And Jason's going to
Mm.
show us his fantastic piece that he has formed especially for the awakening of
And where the
humanity.
Merkaba or Merkaba room is, it's a small room, so it's hard to do because it's a big construction. So it's life
Mm.
size. So when you're in it and standing in it, you are in what would be your own size of a Merkaba. And I've covered it in tensor rings, and it's got you see the bench you can
Oh,
lie on, or you
yeah,
can stand
yeah.
on it. Yeah. And then at
Mm.
the back of it is what I call the shield, which has 45 tensor rings on it. It's a big, huge copper shield with a crystal grid on it. If you can see that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And then here's a life size harmonizer in the room as well. And
Oh, far out.
yeah. And then all this tubing is full of bionized sand and bionized crystal. And for those who don't understand what bionizing is, it's the boiling and freezing of crystal or sand done over hours and days. It creates a life force in it. Yeah. So that's Merkaba or Merkaba, which I'll be bringing, and it's held by these anchor points, which form the Merlin's chamber. So it's inside of Merlin's chamber, and at each apex point is these small triple cones which have harmonized over it, and in the back of it is also conventional organites in the back of it as well. So it's a powerful creation. So
Oh,
when I created it, it came from a vision in Castle Point, and that vision didn't leave me alone until I created it. Yeah, so I've had some amazing, profound experiences with people inside this chamber. But the vision I had was I saw everyone standing around the Merkaba holding hands, and it showed a vortex of energy coming down from the top point, which is the masculine tetrahedron, and and then the inverted one at the bottom is the feminine. So the how our field works is the masculine spins clockwise and the feminine spins anti-clockwise from the earth. And this is actually how our toroidal field works around our body. So if anyone ever tells you a Merkaba or getting your Merkaba to spin one way, run a mile because it's really bad.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so it's like clockwise, anti-clockwise. So it creates this like wobble sort of effect, yeah. And it's
Mm,
interesting that the masculine is two-thirds slower spin than the feminine, yeah,
okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
yeah.
Merkaba
And so
Tech's a whole teaching, isn't it?
it
Gianvalo
is,
Melchizedek does it.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
part of
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually I've learned a lot from John Varlo, and also recently discovered a man called Lars Muehl. Lars Muehl's he's a Danish man who's done some incredible research and talks about Yeshua, and he got taken to a cave by a man he calls the seer, and as he walked into the cave, a tetrahedron, the the top masculine, appeared in front of the cave, and as he walked inside the cave, the feminine appeared, and then it merged into the Merkaba, and he got told it was the sign of Mary Magdalene. So there's
Mm,
much more to it than what we know. So then, Christ talked about when you drink from my eternal waters, you will live forever. And what he was meaning is activating the macabre inside our heart, which activates all our waters that surround us. Yeah.
mm.
So we're living in a fishbowl. Yeah, and that's the super plasma. Yeah, and everything is talking to everything. Yeah, the all.
How fantastic. Yeah,
Mm,
and there's so many ways of etherizing the blood, but this is, certainly the Merkaba is one of the main engines, right? Because once you activate this and you link it into other parts of your body, especially the womb or the spirit womb for Tane, you can really start to work with those creation codes and transform like realities, your
yeah,
whole health, like your health, your attitude, everything, like even the full manifestation of things can start taking place. The power of
definitely,
this is phenomenal.
definitely. Yeah, it's um, the teachings were in all cultures, not just the Jewish cultures, which we know they talk about the Star of David, but when you look in Tibetan monks, it was forbidden for even to be spoken about, but to those who were chosen. And they even said that they talk about the monks how they were thrown in like conditions that were you could only survive for less than a minute, and they would have to activate their Merkaba to survive, and create a force field around them that would heat up where they were.
Wow.
Yes, yeah. So we actually don't even know. Like for me, creating the macabre is I'm just I feel like I'm at baby steps with it, and it just gets better and better the more I
Yeah.
distrust it and what I'm learning. Yeah,
Well, one of the things that really has got me round the Merkaba is even the name Merkaba and how the mer is like, well, is the water, right? The mer being, look behind me. I've just we've got all the mer tech,
Yeah.
the mer beings floating in the background, which reminds me of that. And even Merlin is like, that's a breakaway of the word, but the mer tech and how the mer has come in to support us. And of course, that's the word for the sea in French. Mer is spelled
Mm.
the same way as mer. And so I see that as, there's something there around the waters that is reminding us that this is how we need to spin our waters. We need to go clockwise, counterclockwise, really start to weave in what it is that we've been given instructions for through ancient esoteric wisdom teachings. And even, Merlin was actually a real magician and he had a lot of codes to teach us. So yeah, we're actually rediscovering what it means to be in these beautiful alchemical skin suits because we're transforming as we're evolving, and it's not just our consciousness. Our consciousness is coming online now through the ability to know thyself, to know how to work it, and you are bringing through other things that are tangible physical objects that allow that to take place. So deep gratitude to you, brother, for
Yeah.
bringing that through,
Okay. Thank you.
and
Mm.
like really anchoring it on this in this field in this physical dimension.
Mm. Thank
Mm,
you.
that's massive.
Yes, the macabre is actually found in everything that is a life form. So everything has a Merkaba spin inside it, whether it's water or a plant. And science is now telling us that before we're even a fetus in the mother's womb, when we go from 2 cells to 4 cells, the energetic sacred geometry structure of a macabre is formed at that stage of 2 cells. So that's basically our life. Our light body's already in play
Yeah.
at those 2 cells, and that makes me think about what we're told, like I said before, about every cell being a universe
Mm,
before
yeah.
anything's formed. Yeah. So, and then they talk about when you activate your macabre as your light body travel vehicle, so they say we can
Mm.
travel to everywhere almost. And I've actually had people in here that's have had that experience where they've gone back to past lives um, by laying in here and using sound therapy and light therapy. Yeah, it's quite profound. Mm.
So are you doing individual sessions up there in your
I,
Merkaba
I
room?
I do, and take people on a journey with sound, and it takes about an hour and a half. Yes, it's something I didn't create the macabre for one-on-ones, but I'm using it for now. But what I really want it to be used for is the vision of bringing source energy from our own hearts into the ley lines to correct the distortions in the ley lines in the waters. Yeah,
I can actually feel your Merkaba from here. I can feel its
yeah,
power. And I actually can feel what it's going to bring to the medicine that we're bringing through, which is all about bringing the Mertech and the Moo mothership, awakening her, and bringing that unity consciousness back online because we got so fragmented that,
yeah.
when we come back together and as the one-hearted people, I sense that this is perhaps one of the anchor points that's going to help to do that.
So yeah, definitely is the vision and the foresight of using this technology, and it's got everything in it that I've come across with the technology of the triple cones, the tensor technology, the sacred geometry measurements, working with the 369 codes of Nikola Tesla. Wilhelm Reich was the Austrian scientist that brought the bionizing sand and crystal. So I've also charged it up with plasma, using plasma wands, and you charge the bionized sand and crystal up for 9 days, and it holds that charge, so it creates that force around it. Yeah, I've had
Yeah.
even just people that have come up into the room and burst into tears because I've just felt the love that's come from it. To me, it's just like a conscious being that's come to work with us using this technology. Yeah, you're really special.
Have you named your beautiful conscious being?
I haven't yet, no, no, and I'm just trusting that it'll come. I feel like it's probably about 80% finished at the moment. As time goes on, I keep adding to it. Like I said, with all the rings went on it when I first started. I'll show you um, the heart. You can see that the heart grid
Wow.
that goes when you line it so there's got a Tiscalion in the middle, and then the Holy Trinity. So these three rings are the sacred, royal, the lost, and the empowerment, and the three rings together are called the Holy Trinity, and they're amplifying the Tiscalion, which helps activate the heart. So it has a profound effect on water. So I've made these charging plates. I call them separate as well, and I found just leaving water on it for a night that tastes average, tastes like like it's got sugar in it the next day. Yeah, it's
Oh,
amazing.
sweetens the
Um,
water.
yeah, yeah, and this is the headpiece, and this also has a grid in it as well to help with the third eye that I doused as well. And the wood that it's created with is black walnut, which is a really special wood as well.
Mm.
And yeah, and as you can see, yeah, it's like you can just it's incredible. I can even sometimes see the energy waves off the rings when you get the light right. Yeah, and then it's all been amplified by the shield behind you. Yeah. So
Well,
when
this,
when you're using sound therapy inside it, it's also amplifying all those good frequencies. Yeah,
yeah, well, the light really amps it as well. It gives it a whole illusory field. Just, yeah, it even amplifies it even more, I'd imagine.
it does.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, well,
Mm.
hey, thank you so much. And would you like to show us some of your copper that you've been working on and
Sure.
anything else that you've been working on, actually? It'd be nice to
Yeah.
have a little
Okay.
sneaky peek. Yeah,
Okay.
kia
Well,
ora.
I'll pause. I'll pause for a second. So I'm just back down in the workshop now. I'll show you this if you can see that. So this is called an AccuVac. It creates a vortex of energy. So unlike the tensor rings, and you can hook it on to the tensor ring as well. So anything you put in the middle gets super amplified by the coil. But I had a lady and she had nerve. The hospital said they couldn't do anything about a pain in the hip. She had nerve damage, and all the pain dissipated with using this. It took me about 30 minutes, 40 minutes of just circling in it and pulling that energy back. And both of us saw black and grey smoke come out of her hip.
Oh,
Yeah. So, yeah, it was mind blowing. Yeah. But Sam Sperling has his wife had a bad back injury from a car accident and took him 45 minutes, but putting it near the back, and over the time he took it right to the back of the room and pulled that distorted frequency out of a field.
mm,
Um, yes, this is one of my favorite rings, which is 333 megahertz, which is actually has a profound effect on water. It brings it to a high spin state and helping the water go back to its coherent original blueprint. So just leaving that around your jug or your water bottle overnight, even just pouring water through it has an instant effect. So they've had like a handful of these they've thrown into ponds that are stagnant with no life force. Within 2 weeks, they've had life coming back into the ponds. Yeah, uh, Ben, who lives over the Warapa, he put some of these in his father's pond and said the fish keep going back and forth through it. He's stood them up vertical. Yeah, so they wanted to get that charge. Yeah, yeah. Um, I've created, which I showed you upstairs in the Nuka bar. So I've made
Mm,
these plates separate. Yeah.
they're
So these are
awesome.
like a resin organite, but these are the sacred raw, the loss and the empowerment, like I said upstairs, enhancing the Tiscalion and then also having the power of amplifying from the crystals as well. Yeah, really
That,
special.
yeah, it's
So I've
beautiful.
done them natural. I've got with the fire water. Still got the three rings in it. Yeah, all the copper colors, and I've done them also because the colors hold a frequency as well, representing the
Yeah.
waters. Yeah, yeah. Rather
Oh,
than
wow.
have the three rings, and you can see the back of the amount of crystals in there. So that yeah,
Oh, using tons of crystals.
yeah. There's a lot of crystals, and I've created it's here, which you can see spinning in the back. You see that?
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah. So that's got 45 tenserines in it, and it's creates a vortex of energy. I haven't finished it yet. It's going to have one of those charging plates underneath it yet. That will light it all up as well. It's yeah, really special. And then
Gee, that's going to be like a supercharger.
it is this is a Holy Trinity harmonizer. So this harmonizes a room by the three different frequencies, the Holy Trinity, which I explained with the sacred raw, the lost, and the empowerment. And then the middle coil uh, is wrapped to a frequency of 144 megahertz. So that's also harmonizing. So the air that flows through it, it harmonizes. And then the middle tube's full of bionized sand and bionized crystal as well. So
Mm.
if you put these on a copper rod or even a wooden rod and put it above your gardens, it'll bring harmonization and more life force into your soil.
Does it spin as well? I suppose you could actually have it spinning with the
You could
wind.
have it spinning. Yeah, yeah. Um, I've just recently made. It's really you can see by my hand the size of it. It's a
Yeah.
um, big orgonite that's going in the middle of on. I've just started this gigantic harmonizer here, which is
Oh,
so that middle ball's going to go in the middle of it. Yeah, so that's going to go up on a big 5 meter. And this one, big meter. This one's two tetrahedrons with a Merkaba inside it. That it's a real powerful sacred geometry shape in itself. Even
mm.
just these triangles in a room, three of them hanging under each other will transform will make the room seem euphoric. The top of the pyramid is expansion, and the bottom of the pyramid is contraction. So it's expansion contraction times three, which transforms the air in a room. And you can see I've
And
been
look at all those cones. You've got lots of cones
yeah,
as well. Like the cone
yeah,
tech's been really busy for you, hasn't it? Because it takes three cones to
it
create a
has.
Merlin's chamber.
It does, and I've been creating these. these baby ones so people can take them overseas. So if people go to special sacred spots overseas, if I got the stock, I'll gift them to go into sacred spots. So I've got them in because to me this is also my work of paying it forward. So I create them so people can take them to like I got one buried in Lake Titicaca, which is
Wow.
a sacred water portal for the whole planet. Uh, Fiji, Singapore, Ireland, UK, Argentina, Australia, and of course all around Aotearoa, Wellington being the highest. So which is also a very dense place with what they are trying to do to us. So it's why it's so important to get these lighthouses out to keep
Mm,
expanding that frequency. And every time we meditate with them and put intention into them, we uh, we are lifting the frequency of the planet. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, we're actually doing a whole group from where we are. So I've got 5 cones here, which means it's a double Merlin's chamber.
yeah,
And so we're actually getting a few people that have got cones as well and aligning them with us. And we're sending out like the whole alignment of the whole Mu grid, the mother grid. We're actually, yeah, aligning all the nodal points of the mother grid with our, particular kaupapa, I suppose you could say, and with the frequencies that we're doing as a group. So this we anchored the mother grid last time we connected, and this time we're going to be doing some more work on that mother grid. So yeah, we're gathering once a month to activate the nodal points even more, the
yeah,
Mu grid,
yeah.
and really lift the frequency of the planet through euphoria, because
Love
that's
it.
essentially what the cones are about, yeah? They anchor them off
Yeah,
euphoria.
yeah. Euphoria is bliss. It's a state of no duality.
Yeah.
So yes, we know love is powerful, but love can also be tainted with our ego. So when we work with, and I'm not saying love, I mean love is amazing and what we strive for, but we work with euphoria because it's non-tainted and perfect bliss, and it's the energy of the ethers. Yeah, I'm actually
Mm.
standing under an eight-sided pyramid I've created so you can um, hang them over your bed and have that beautiful healing energy with all the powerful tensoring, so you can have that energy above you while you're sleeping.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm doing square ones as well. Um, yes, I got the hanger around the workshop everywhere, so it's a sometimes I don't want to leave here because it just feels so good.
I bet. Hey,
Yeah,
so we're coming to the close of our time together, brother. So, how
yeah.
does everybody get in touch with you to book
Um,
sessions or to get some of your amazing technology?
yeah, I'm on Facebook or Instagram. Yeah, just message me. Yeah. I've got a website that's 95% finished, which will be out under my name, jasonhotton.co.nz. You'll be able to find me on the website, and that'll have all the information with all this technology as well. So I would say that will be up in the next month.
Excellent. Wow, great to connect. And yeah, and don't forget, Jason's going to be upfront and personal at the Taupo retreat, 7th to 11th of December. So, yeah, we're going to be working collaboratively with Jason and doing some amazing mahi together
Yeah,
to
yeah, I
shift
really
the
look forward to it.
planet.
Yeah, and it's amazing work you're doing with the Blue Diamond and these land activations and bringing the waters to one. Which yeah,
Mm,
one ocean, one waters, yeah, and the
totally.
waters, yeah, the waters is I think is a good metaphor for where we're at in consciousness of we really need to start cleaning up our waterways because it's we're at one with the earth. And actually, when we're meditating with heart coherence to the earth, because our blood is iron and the center of the earth is iron as well, there's an amazing connection where we actually feel each other on a whole another another way that we can't even perceive.
Yeah.
Mm.
And even with the copper, that being very Venusian, it feels like this is the higher octave of this planet, right? The iron
Oh,
and the
yeah,
copper
copper.
connecting. It's like, yeah, we're ready.
Mm.
We're ready for the convergence.
Copper's mystic. It's not just a metal. It's a crypto crystal, which means it's programmable, and it's also diamagnetic. And diamagnetic means it can reverse a negative signal. So they say, I mean, wearing two bracelets, left and right arm, it brings more coherence to our front cortex by enhancing our main meridian lines. But you can do a program with prayer, which is in the Gnostic teachings, on your left arm, because our left hand is the receiver and our right hand is what we give with. So when we protect our left arm with a special prayer and program with breath into the copper, our own signal, we can detect the argon energy and coming through, which I'll be teaching at the retreat as well.
That'd be great. Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
That'd
and I'm
be
going to
awesome.
bring lots of cop technology so everyone can experience as well, which I'll use for the sound journey so everyone gets something that they'll get to experience.
Love it, brother. Yeah. Thank you
Hmm.
so much, Jason.
Thank you.
Jason
Yeah,
Hotton,
thank you, Ted.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a pleasure to have you with us. You have a
Yeah, no,
wonderful
thank you.
day.
You too, sister. Thank you.
Bye for now.
I am the portal. I am the code. I am the stargate. The blue diamond rises. The temple awakens. Mutangata online. Step in the light now, feel that baseline move. Heartbeat sink into the cosmic groove. Something awakening under your skin. Sacred fire burning deep within. Body electric, soul on flame. Nothing around you feels the same. The portal's opening deep inside. No more running, no more high. Feel that frequency taking flight. Blue diamond burning in the night. Higher, higher, pure delight. Mutangata, vehicle of light. Can you feel it? Can you feel it rise? Ancient stars waking in your eyes. Can you feel it? The sacred code, the stargate opening in your soul. Tira mamai, agárrate out. Light it up now, let the whole world glow. Fucking maira, quiere rete wairua flow. Take me higher, let the spirit flow. Move stargate, open wide tonight. Mutangata in the diamond light. From the womb to the stars ignite. We dance in love till morning light. Aotearoa, sacred love inside the cosmic drama. Stargate. Open now, now. Blue diamond, blue diamond, blue diamond, right. One Merkaba starts to spin. Universal codes rushing. Golden spirals, magnetic streams. Activating forgotten dreams. Isis calling through the sound. Lost frequencies now are found. Rose Magdalena opens wide. Sacred innocence comes alive. Reggae pulse in the baseline beat. Ancient promises yours to keep. Every layer starts dissolving fast. Future healing the ancient past. Can you feel it? Can you feel that fire? Every beat takes you higher and higher. Can you feel it? The sacred flow, 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 flow. Soar the sky. 49 sound keys amplify. 0 point field alive with grace. Ancient codes now flood this space. What was hidden now revealed. What was broken now is healed. What slept deep below the tide now awakens from inside. Whakapunaki, rise, rise, rise. Whakapunaki, rise, rise, rise. Whakapunaki, rise, Whakapunaki, rise, rise, rise. Blue diamond, blue diamond, blue diamond, rise. Light it up now, let the whole world glow. Take me higher, let the spirit flow. Most stargate open wide tonight. Mutangata in the diamond light. From the womb to the stars ignite. We dance in love till morning